welcome to the walkthrough of my Ruby on Rails portfolio project. As we start out, I do use Devise for my user registrations and session building, so a lot of this was provided to me by using that gem. It does have OAuth with Facebook, as you just saw me log in. Then I flash my validation errors or successes, any messages up at the top here. This is the home page. We do have a list of the reviews, the different breweries, and different beers that are saved into the system. From here you could click on here to add a beer to a brewery that already exists, or you can go to the list of all the breweries and add a new one. Then, if we were to add a beer, it's pretty simple, just form building at this point. And you can add reviews. Those reviews also do show up on the beer profile page, and it does pop back up on the home page. Now, if you are looking at someone else's reviews, you may have noticed we don't have our button pane down at the bottom like we would if it was our own to edit and destroy. You can edit your user profile that is provided by Devise also. So that is a pretty simple app, but effective nonetheless. So let's take a look at how it works under the hood. Now, with any model view controller or Rails app, starts off with the controller. So for our index or home page, I do set these instance variables, which is already done beforehand, so I don't have to call them on that index. And as we move over to the show, I do utilize partials quite often in this case. Every one of these is going to be calling a different partial. These are actually partials that are in different folders, as you can see by the directory, and using local variables instead of instance variables, so I can reuse the forms wherever I want. And pretty much follows that same design pattern throughout all of these models. So there's not really too much to talk on anything else concerning that. As far as routing, I do have my nested resources for beers inside breweries, and also reviews on the beers itself, just to make it easier for URLs to show exactly where you are. And the results is for this nifty little search bar up here, where you could search, say, the name of a beer, and we'll just get it off. We won't type the whole thing, and it does bring up that beer. Now, if I were to add a review, with a similar name. And I searched that same keyword, it will bring up a review and a beer as it searches over multiple models. And to see that method is actually a scope that is in my models. So since it is something that is common across all the models, I put it in the application record so that way they can all inherit it, and it's using Active Record to easily find what I wanted that is similar or contains the search term. And thank you again for watching the demo. That has been my app.